Welcome to this presentation on file compression in Linux. We will explore efficient ways to compress and archive files, making it easier to manage and store your data. We'll cover various tools including gzip, bzip2, xz, and zip. Each tool offers unique advantages for different scenarios. Let's dive in. Gzip is the standard GNU compression tool. bzip2 offers a higher compression ratio. xz provides modern high-ratio compression, and zip ensures cross-platform compatibility. Let's start with gzip compression. Gzip is a standard GNU compression utility. It provides a good balance of speed and compression. Gzip creates files with a .gz file extension. You can adjust the compression levels from 1, which is the fastest, to 9, which provides the best compression. Here are some basic gzip commands. To compress a single file, use the command gzip, followed by the file name, such as filename.txt. To compress with a specific level, use gzip, a parameter like -9, and the file name such as filename.txt. To decompress a file, use the command gunzip, followed by the file name, such as filename.txt.gz. To keep the original file after compression, use gzip, the parameter -k, and the file name such as filename.txt. Next, let's look at bzip2 compression. bzip2 offers a higher compression ratio compared to gzip. However, it is slower than gzip but provides better compression results. It creates files with a .bz2 file extension. bzip2 uses the Burrows-Wheeler block sorting algorithm for compression. Now let's look at some basic bzip2 commands. To compress a single file, use the command bzip2, followed by the file name, such as filename.txt. To compress with a specific level from 1 to 9, use bzip2, the parameter -9, and the file name such as filename.txt. To decompress a file, use the command bunzip2, followed by the file name, such as filename.txt.bz2. To keep the original file, use bzip2, the parameter -k, and the file name such as filename.txt. Compared to gzip, bzip2 offers approximately 10 to 20% better compression, but is 2 to 3 times slower. Now let's explore xz compression. xz utilizes the modern LZMA2 compression algorithm. It provides the highest compression ratio among the tools. It creates files with a .xz file extension. However, it's important to note that xz is more memory-intensive compared to gzip and bzip2. Here are some basic xz commands. To compress a single file, use the command xz, followed by the file name, such as filename.txt. To compress with extreme compression, use xz, the parameter -9, and the file name such as filename.txt. To decompress a file, use the command xz, the parameter -d, and the file name such as filename.xz. To keep the original file, use xz, the parameter -k, and the file name such as filename.txt. xz is best used for long-term storage where size matters more than compression speed. Let's discuss zip compression. Zip offers cross-platform compatibility. It creates files with a .zip file extension. Zip can archive multiple files and directories into a single archive. It also supports password protection for added security. Here are some basic zip commands. To create a zip archive, use the command zip followed by the archive name such as archive.zip, and then the files to include such as file1.txt and file2.txt. To add files to an existing archive, use zip, the parameter -u, the archive name such as archive.zip, and the new file to add such as newfile.txt. To create a recursive archive with a directory, use zip, the parameter -r, the archive name such as archive.zip, and the directory to archive such as directory/. To extract a zip archive, use the command unzip, followed by the archive name such as archive.zip. The key advantage of zip is that it works seamlessly across Windows, macOS, and Linux. Let's compare the compression tools side by side. Here's a comparison of the tools based on different parameters. For the tool gzip, the compression ratio is medium, the speed is fast, the memory usage is low, it has good cross-platform compatibility, and it's best used for everyday compression needs. For bzip2, the compression ratio is high, the speed is medium, the memory usage is medium, it has good cross-platform compatibility, and it is best used when better compression is needed. For xz, the compression ratio is very high, the speed is slow, the memory usage is high, it has good cross-platform compatibility, and it's best used for archival storage. For zip, the compression ratio is medium, the speed is medium, the memory usage is medium, it has excellent cross-platform compatibility, and it is best used for sharing across platforms. Remember to choose the compression tool based on your specific needs. Gzip for speed, bzip2 for better compression, xz for maximum compression, and zip for cross-platform compatibility. Let's explore using tar with compression. The tar utility combines multiple files into a single archive, which can then be compressed using various algorithms. This process creates a compressed archive containing multiple files and directories, perfect for backups and file transfers. Here are some common extensions. A file with .tar.gz or .tgz indicates a tar archive with gzip compression. A file with .tar.bz2 or .tbz2 indicates a tar archive with bzip2 compression, and a file with .tar.xz indicates a tar archive with xz compression. Let's explore the commands. To create a tar.gz archive, use the command tar, the parameters -czvf, the file name such as archive.tar.gz, and the directory to archive such as directory/. To create a tar.bz2 archive, use the command tar, the parameters -cjvf, the file name such as archive.tar.bz2, and the directory such as directory/. To create a tar.xz archive, use the command tar, the parameters -CJVF, the file name such as archive.tar.xz, and the directory such as directory/. To extract a tar.gz archive, use the command tar, the parameters -xzvf, and the file name such as archive.tar.gz. Let's discuss some best practices for file compression. First, choose the right tool. Select compression tools based on your specific needs. Use gzip for speed, bzip2 for balance, xz for maximum compression, and zip for cross-platform sharing. For large files, the extra compression of xz can be worth the wait. Next, consider compression levels. All tools support compression levels, typically from 1 to 9. Lower levels are faster but provide less compression, while higher levels offer better compression but are slower. The default levels are usually a good compromise. Use -1 for quick backups and -9 for long-term archives. Next, think about file types. Different file types compress differently. Text files offer excellent compression, images and videos are already compressed so provide minimal benefit, and binaries offer moderate compression. Don't waste time compressing already compressed formats like JPG, MP3, and MP4. Finally, consider automation. Create aliases or scripts for common compression tasks, such as backup scripts with date-stamped archives, batch compression of multiple files, and scheduled compression jobs with cron. Use tar's exclude option to skip unnecessary files in backups. The best compression tool is the one that meets your specific needs for that particular task. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.